Welcome back to our channel, fellow GH addicts. Today is a beautiful, crazy day to dive into the absolute chaos that is Port Charles. We have so much to talk about, and I'm literally vibrating with energy after seeing what is coming up. Grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's get right into it. I am screaming at my television right now. I just can't even process the sheer audacity of what is happening in Port Charles. I mean, we seriously need to talk about Thursday's episode because I am losing my mind over Ross Cullum and Carly Spencer. Jump right into it. I cannot believe Cullum actually tracked a cell phone ping to Carly's house. I mean, Kevin Collins? Someone calling Anna Devane's clinic, pretending to be Kevin, and Cullum traces it to a tower near Carly's? That is insane. And honestly, it is about time the WSB actually did some real detective work instead of just standing around looking menacing in their expensive suits. But still, Cullum busting into Carly's kitchen? I am hyperventilating. I was sitting on my couch, yelling at the screen, "Carly, lock your doors." But of course, nobody in Port Charles knows what a deadbolt is. It just blows my mind how fast this escalated. One minute you're having coffee, the next, the WSB is raiding your house. Because, let's be real, Carly Spencer has hidden fugitives before. I've been watching this soap since the early 2000s, and Carly hiding a man on the run is basically a Tuesday for her. Remember when she was always covering for Jason Morgan or Sonny Corinthos? Remember the Alcazar days? Yeah, didn't work smoothly then either, but this is Valentine Cassadine we are talking about. This isn't just local mob drama. This is international espionage, WSB level threat. Valentine has been hiding out at her place for months, and Carly has been playing it so cool. But this is the WSB. You can't just hide a Cassadine in your guest room and expect no one to notice. I am just so stressed for her because Carly has so much to lose right now. She's trying to manage Bobby's, she's trying to keep her family together, and now she's risking federal prison. And it's all because Valentin is literally preparing to head to Geneva to find this mysterious Z contact and expose Cullum. They are having this deeply emotional farewell, and I am sitting here crying into my pillow because I actually kind of love them together. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about the goodbye first. Valentin knows he might get arrested again. He is risking his freedom, his life, everything, just to save Jocelyn, who is locked up in Windermere. And Carly is standing there, totally devastated. It is such a raw, emotional moment. The chemistry is off the charts, and you can see how much Valentin genuinely cares about saving Jocelyn. He is willing to go to Steinmauer for Carly's daughter? And then, as if my heart wasn't already breaking, Charlotte Cassadine shows up to say goodbye to her papa. Charlotte, that poor girl has been through enough trauma to last 10 lifetimes. I mean, between Peter August, Victor Cassadine brainwashing her, and now her dad being a fugitive, can we please get this teenager some intense therapy? She walks into Carly's house, and they are having this sweet, heartbreaking family moment, totally oblivious that Cullum is literally marching up to the front door. I am practically chewing off my fingernails watching this. How are they going to get out of this? I am dreading this confrontation so much. I am so scared for Carly. If Cullum catches Valentin there, Carly is going to prison for aiding and abetting a known fugitive. Or worse, Cullum might just throw her in that Windermere dungeon with Jocelyn and Liesel Obrecht. Am I the only one who thinks Carly is going to end up as a hostage? It would be the ultimate irony if Carly trying to save Jocelyn gets her locked in the exact same cell. But knowing Valentin, he has to have an escape route. He is a former WSB spy himself. He better jump out a window, climb down a trellis, or disappear through some secret Corinthos tunnel, because if Cullum catches him, it's over. I am praying Valentin makes a speedy exit before Cullum storms that kitchen. Okay, back to the point. Deep breath. Let's talk about the absolute monster that is Willow Kane. I'm sorry, but I cannot stand her anymore. I can't believe they did that to her character, but also, I am kind of fascinated by it. Remember when Willow was the sweet, innocent preschool teacher who just wanted to escape the Dawn of Day cult? Remember when we all rooted for her to get away from Shiloh and protect little Wiley? Well, look at her now. She is literally keeping Drew Kane paralyzed. She is a full-blown villain, and I am here for the drama, but I also hate her guts. It's like she absorbed all of Nell Benson's evil energy and is just unleashing it on Port Charles. So Felicia Scorpio, bless her heart, comes up to Willow and is like, "Hey, great news, I've made arrangements for Drew to start communicating." And Willow's face, I paused the screen just to laugh at her panic. It was cinematic gold. Willow is absolutely terrified, Because guess what? Jen Sidwell is on the run. Sidwell was the one supplying the paralytic doses to keep Drew locked in his own body. And now Willow's supply is running out. She is out of juice. If Drew wakes up, if he starts using these new communication tools Felicia set up, he is going to expose everything. He's going to tell everyone that Willow has been keeping him a prisoner in his own body. And Willow knows it. She is alarmed, she is panicking, she is probably sweating bullets. She knows that the second Drew can blink twice for Willow is drugging me, she's going straight to Pentonville. And honestly, she deserves it. I know some people are loving this dark Willow era, but personally, I think she has crossed a line that you just can't come back from. Keeping a man paralyzed so you can steal his company or whatever leverage she needs? It's sick. I mean, she is running to Jack Brennan and Nina to get dirt on Drew just to blackmail him the second he wakes up. It is pure evil. She is scrambling, making deals with Brennan, trying to frame Brooklyn. She is just spiraling out of control. But what really gets me worked up is how she is playing Harrison Chase. Oh my god. Chase. Can we talk about this? Chase is acting like an absolute fool. Dante Falconeri finally steps up and says what we have all been screaming at our screens for weeks. Dante questions Chase about Tracy Quartermain's arrest. He looks Chase dead in the eye and is basically like, did you arrest Tracy because it's the law? Or did you do it because it's what Willow wanted? Thank you, Dante. Give this man a medal. Dante is the only one seeing clearly right now. Because let's look at the facts. Willow throws herself into a lake, claims an 80-year-old woman pushed her, and Chase just slaps the cuffs on Tracy. It is ridiculous. Chase is risking his entire career, his badge, his marriage, all for Willow. Remember when Chase faked an affair with Sasha to push Willow toward Michael? He has always had this massive blind spot for her. He thinks she is this fragile little bird that needs protecting. But this is too much. Dante is the only cop in the PCPD with half a brain right now. Chase continues to defend his actions, and I am just sitting here face-palming so hard I might leave a permanent mark on my forehead. If Chase loses his job because of Willow, I am going to scream. Meanwhile, Tracy Quartermain is not taking this lying down. Tracy is a legend. You do not mess with a Quartermain, especially not Tracy. So Tracy pulls Brooklyn aside for a private grilling. She wants to know where Brooklyn's loyalties really lie. Does she believe her own grandmother, or does she believe her husband's manipulative ex-girlfriend? The tension in that scene was palpable. Tracy is looking at BLQ like, are you a Quartermain, or are you a fool? And Brooklyn, my absolute queen, admits she is Team Tracy. Yes. I cheered. I literally cheered out loud in my living room. But Brooklyn is playing 4D chess right now. She tells Tracy that she has to play things just right with Chase. She can't just attack Willow openly because Chase would just defend Willow more. It's reverse psychology. So Brooklyn is plotting this massive Willow takedown. She is framing Willow for Jordan Ashford's hit and run. I mean, Brooklyn was the actual driver who fled the scene, which is terrible, but pinning it on Willow? It is a huge gamble. If this blows up, Brooklyn is going to lose Chase forever. But honestly, I am so here for it. Brooklyn always does these crazy schemes. Remember the fake baby with Maxie? Yeah, she lies, but she does it to protect her family. Willow is just doing it to be malicious. I need Brooklyn to destroy Willow. I need it like I need air. Let's shift gears to Windermere, because things are getting incredibly tense over there. Lulu Spencer is back in her investigative journalist era, and I am thriving. I have missed reporter Lulu so much. Lulu is at Windermere, quizzing Ross Cullum as a member of the press. She's asking the hard questions, not backing down, just classic Spencer stubbornness. But then Nathan West, who we all know is actually Cassius Faison, Nathan's secret twin, tries to shut the interview down. He is trying to run interference and get Lulu out of there. And Cullum, who is a terrible person but a smart WSB director, looks right at Cassius and asks, what exactly are you protecting her from? OOH! Chills. Because Cassius is protecting the fact that Liesl Obrecht and Jocelyn Jacks are locked in a cell somewhere in that very castle. Cassius is playing this incredibly dangerous game, posing as Nathan, dealing with his mother's kidnapping, and now trying to fend off Lulu Spencer of all people. Lulu used to be married to Dante. She knows Nathan. She has to be suspecting something is off. This whole fake Nathan storyline is so wild, but I am kind of obsessed with how messy it is. I dread the moment Liesl fully comprehends that Cesar Faison raised this twin in secret. It is going to break her. Finally, we have to talk about the kids. Danny Morgan is stepping up during a family crisis, and it is giving me so many feelings. On Wednesday's episode, we get Reagan Park stepping in as a temporary recast for Scout Kane. I know they are aging Scout up to a teenager, and Kaden Brenna Tokarski is taking over permanently in July, but for this episode, it's Reagan, and she is sharing scenes with Danny. And Danny comes to Scout's rescue. It is just so touching to see the next generation of Port Charles stepping up. Scout is obviously devastated about Drew being locked in and paralyzed. She doesn't know Willow is behind it, she just knows her dad is suffering and trapped in a hospital bed. And Danny, who is totally channeling his inner Jason Morgan right now, steps up to lift her spirits. It is such a beautiful sibling dynamic. The Quartermain Morgan family tree is so complicated, but seeing Danny act like a protective older brother is just heartwarming, especially since Jason is back in town and Danny is trying to figure out his own relationship with his dad. I really hope Danny and Scout figure out what Willow is doing to Drew. Imagine if the kids are the ones who take Willow down. That would be the ultimate poetic justice. So what is going to happen on Thursday? I am literally counting down the hours. Will Valentine escape Carly's kitchen before Cullum sees him? Will Willow completely crack under the pressure of Drew communicating? Will Chase finally wake up and realize his wife is framing his ex-girlfriend? I need answers. This show has me in an absolute chokehold right now. I complain about it, I yell at the characters, but I cannot stop watching. I know you guys feel the exact same way. Hit me up in the comments and tell me I'm not crazy for thinking Willow is the best, worst villain we've had in years. We are in for a wild ride, and I wouldn't miss it for the world.